Okay, joined by Johnny Greville here at a pretty wet and miserable Parnell Park. Johnny, won't keep you too long. Your team, Faughs, have beaten Castleknock by 118 to 1-9 in the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 hurling semi-final. Sees you into the Senior 2 final in a couple of weeks' time, and also, hugely importantly, sees you qualify, promoted to the Senior 1 Championship for next year. So I guess in that respect, job done, well done.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's I suppose that was our objective from the start of the year, was to get to this point and be in a position to get back up to Senior 1. So we've been playing in Division 1 for the last few years, and we found it brilliant. Hugely beneficial for development of the players, and we've a lot of young players coming through and players coming in next year as well. So we're in Division 1 again next year in the league, and we're in Senior 1 as well. So from a development basis, it's really looking bright for the future for Faughs, and it's where we want to be, because you want to be up there in the top tier with the top teams, learning every day.
In terms of the game itself, like I say, 118 to 1-9 it finished. Anyone who's here, it's pretty wet and miserable conditions, and that made the game a bit difficult for both teams. You had a very good first half. You were 6 points ahead after Kieran Brennan's goal in the first half. Castleknock obviously scored just before half time and went on to draw level after 41 minutes, but after that you took charge of the second half. You must be happy pretty much either side of half time. Around that half time Castleknock had a purple patch, but either side of that you're pretty strong.
Yeah, no, we seemed to just get the scores. When Castleknock came back at us, we just seemed to respond pretty well. Our conditions weren't favourable, but that's for both teams. I commend Castleknock. Been kind of watching their progress as well, even last year in the Senior 2 final, and a lot of dual players and a lot of lads with a lot of miles in the clock this year, and I'm sure that they wanted to progress like ourselves and develop further. But I thought our lads stood tall today, and I suppose our Division 1 league status has probably helped us along the line today. That little bit of sharpness and a little bit of grit when it was needed, and I thought we stood up when it was counted. I especially thought our the lads coming in off the bench. I thought Kieran Brady and Jamie Maloney and Jake Moore, guys who actually got scores off the bench as well, and I thought that really settled us down and helped us just to get across the line. So today was about a panel game on a day like today, and I think that worked out well.
How important is it for Faughs to be back in Senior 1 Championship for next year? Like you say, playing against the Senior 1 teams and trying to progress and continue to progress as a club as well.
Yeah. Look, it's not easy. It's fantastic to be up there, and it's really important for the group, because we've a lot of young fellas coming through from minor from last year, and we've another couple coming through again next year, and it's just about getting that group together and developing them at the right level. We all can see how difficult it is. You see how well Lucan did this year in the league, and they ended up kind of tittering between going into a relegation against St Bridget's and Jude's, and you've Jude's gone down as well, and so we're kind of coming up now again, and we're under no illusions of what's ahead of us. But from, again, as I say, from developmental for Faughs, it's a fantastic club. It's great history in the club, and there's some great people involved, and I think for the people in the club, I think it's fantastic for them, for all the work they've put in over the last 10 years to be able to come. I've come in from the outside to help the process along, and I'm glad at that, and enjoyed my journey here, and it's fantastic, and I look forward to continuing that journey next year.
And finally, it is Senior 2 final in 2 weeks' time against Whitehall Colmkill. I'm not sure if you saw the Whitehall Colmkill game yesterday against Ballantyre St John's. An incredible game of hurling, Whitehall coming out by a point in the end. What do you expect from Whitehall in a couple of weeks' time?
Whitehall, again, similar to Castleknock, would have a lot of their players back from inter-county football, and are seen to be going well. They did well on the other side of the group, and I suppose they'd be like us. I suppose we were looking at today as our county final. The next game for both of us probably could go in a little bit more relaxed. We don't have the pressure of, we got promotion, we got our objective. But look, there's a cup up for grabs in the day, and there's honours there to be won, and I'm sure that we'll get things together over the next couple of weeks, and we'll give it everything we've got.